Hello and welcome to 1851 Franchises Top Women in Franchising in 2024. I'm Erica Inman, and today I am joined by Danessa Itaya, President of Bio1 Inc. How are you doing today, Danessa?
I'm doing great. Great.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're so glad to have you. Can you share a little bit about your journey in becoming a leader in franchising?
Absolutely. So I've been in franchising for about 30 years and kind of started at the ground floor as an accounting assistant for then a franchise called Molly Maid that was, I think we had 100 franchisees and about 11 people at the home office. And just had the opportunity to learn from some pretty amazing people as the brand grew and became a platform company and added additional brands. I really was afforded the opportunity to continue to learn more about franchising and be able to wear different hats as I continue to grow, and ended up working at then Service Brands International for about just shy of 20 years. And then had the opportunity to continue to grow with some other brands. And so it was fun to be able to continue to learn my journey in franchising and be able to do that through operations and support of some pretty amazing people along the way.
Yeah, that's awesome. What unique challenges and opportunities do you think there are for women in franchising?
Yeah, I don't know. When I talk about 30 years, it makes me feel old, but, it's been kind of fun to be able to see the change in 30 years in franchising. I remember going to the IFA conferences and, tended to be pretty male dominated, and that's just what it was. That's what the industry is. And it's been fun to see it continue to see more diversity, more female leadership, and and so as I look at it, I think there's a lot of challenges still. When you look at female leadership, I attend different conferences like the CEO Summit and things like that, where there's probably one female to every 6 or 7 men at the table, and so still some work to be done. But I do see a lot of progress there. I think there are opportunities for women in franchising as it relates to different peer groups. I have the opportunity to serve on the IFA's Women in Franchising Committee, which is awesome. You get to surround yourself with these amazing leaders and in franchising, and so being able to really build those networks is pretty awesome. And I encourage anybody who wants to get involved in franchising, male or female, to find your people, find your tribe.
Yeah, that's great advice. I love that. How do you personally define success in your role?
Uh, I look at success in my role. I mean, there are so many different ways that you define success, but specifically as a leader for a brand, for me, I'm looking for engaged, growing, profitable franchisees. Because if they're growing and happy and engaged with our home office, then that means that we're growing, and it means that our leadership and our ownership group is happy. And so, it's making sure that those franchisees are growing and profitable is essential.
That makes sense for sure. What advice would you give to franchisors looking to support and empower female franchisees?
Oh gosh, I would say keep doing it. It is encourage. I think the workforce has actually changed. I think COVID has kind of done an interesting thing where it's allowed a lot more flexibility. And so for women who are sometimes juggling picking up and dropping off kids from school or daycare and things like that, it's, the need to have a flexible schedule is important. And more offices these days, I mean, that's just kind of the norm. That's what COVID taught us, is that we, kind of opened the door to our personal lives. And so being able to see your cat walk across the screen or see your kids running back and forth in the background, I think it really added that human aspect and that vulnerability aspect. And so for franchisors that are, looking at, how do they continue to build diversity, and make sure that you've got, a nice mix of all skill sets, and being able to be flexible is a big piece.
Yeah, that's so true. What advice would you give to women who are aiming to enter the franchise industry for the first time?
Yeah, when people ask me this question, it's always hard because it's like, I don't know if I've just been extremely lucky, or if there's anything I specifically did to help me get here. And some of it I think is luck. I think some of it is, but it is just kind of hard work. But one of the things that I'm extremely grateful for are the friendships along the way. And so as you as just like any network is just like building your network. Find a peer group. I Some of my best friendships are people that I've met, who are with different brands or who maybe wear different hats, but they're a great group to be able to lean on and to reach out. I've got a text group that we text and saying, hey, we've got something going on. Anybody know about this? Anybody can anybody recommend that? And it's great to have that. But find your get involved, get engaged. I mentioned the IFA's Women Franchise Committee. They're again, great group of people to get to know and be able to lean on and to learn from, and be able to ask questions and kind of be yourself. So I don't know. I think is I don't know if there's any one piece of advice, but more than anything, it's just get engaged.
That's awesome. Is there anything else that you think our audience should know?
I as I look at franchising, and I know this one's focused on women in franchising, but I think there's a lot of opportunity to add diversity as well. And so I love that the IFA has really focused on things like the importance of adding diversity to the franchise networks, and how can we continue to provide an amazing opportunity there, and so that we can continue to grow and learn from each other.
Yeah, that's great. Well, that's all I had for you, Danessa, but thank you so much for joining us and sharing your insights.
Awesome. Thank you.